Plarium is starting to hit it out of the park with all these new changes. Hydra just became a lot easier. Let's do this. What's going on, everybody? Blazin here. Welcome back to the channel, and thanks for joining me on another Raid Shadow Legends video. Alright, so Plarium has put out their 9.2 highlights, and there's a couple of interesting things here. You know, new UI setup. We get the champion balances for the mythicals. Granted, you know, Plarium, where's the epics and the legendary rebalances?
Yes, coming soon.
We need those. We don't, not a lot of us have mythicals. We're not all Krakens, right? Anyways, but we've got this new UI setup. So badges are coming in. Personally, I mean, I like achievements, right? But I don't think these just aren't giving me anything, right? It doesn't unlock anything. I don't, you know, all I get to say is I'm just pay to win over you who's not, right? So I'm not a real big fan of the badges. But that said, it's kind of cool that they acknowledge some achievements. I think it'd be a lot better if they did like dungeon specific type stuff, or, you know, clan boss specific, something like that. Something that requires us to not pay money. So that's not bad. So we get a player overhaul here, right? The new UI looks pretty nice, right? So this is what they're gonna see whenever they click on your portrait. They're gonna see, you know, 206k player power. They're gonna see no clan. They're gonna see what you have. That way, I guess if you're applying for a clan, it makes things a little more easier, right? They get to see what's going on, and then it'll show your favorite champs here. I think that's kind of cool. I like that. Gives a little more information about somebody trying to apply to a clan, right? We're adding a couple of extra rows here. So instead of it being 3, we now get 4 for the tavern. I like that, right? Makes the, you know, champions a little smaller, but we're able to fit more on there, right? Be able to scroll through a lot more faster. Is this a big change? No, I mean, we have the filter system already, but it does help, right? Makes it a little easier. Overall, I'll take it. Not a huge thing. Coming into the artifact sorter, this actually looks a lot better. Being able to use or see a lot more of the gear. The only problem I have is that if you're a mobile player, these are going to become even smaller now, so it's going to be a little more difficult clicking on them, making sure that you're getting the right ones. That's actually something we talked about on the Knights of Teleria podcast this weekend. Make sure you guys go check that out. So overall, not a bad one, right? I'm able to see a lot more, but again, I'm a little concerned about what or if, you know, you're hitting the right one, right piece of gear. Next part over here, picking arena champions or picking champions at all. We now get the extra row. Thank God. It's about time. Plarium, this was needed long ago. You've got over 700 champions in the game. I mean, if I go my recently used, depending on what I was doing, it's insane. So this coming in, I love it. I think it's great, wonderful. I hope this goes through to not just arena, but everywhere else. If I look through here, it says the UI, the in-game UI for Plarium play will be optimized for greater convenience. This challenge will affect areas of the game, champion collections, tavern screens, battle. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be everywhere. The next part, which they've got here, it looks like Spider. Looks like we'll be able to zoom out more, I think. I don't know. I don't see a real big difference here. Maybe you guys can let me know. I think maybe we're looking it up from a higher view, which is okay. I mean, it's not a big thing. But the biggest thing I actually want to point out here is under miscellaneous. So the biggest one that I actually want to point out is under miscellaneous. Made adjustment to auto battles, AI, and Hydra. Champions will now prioritize the head that has devoured their allies. That's huge, because we know, you know, if a champion is devoured, if we don't get them back, it's going to cost us to run. And with this is going to make it even better, right? It's going to make it way more auto friendly. We can set it as long as we have a well-developed team. It's going to get it done. If the champion happens to get devoured, we actually have a chance to kind of, you know, walk away from the computer or walk away from our phone and not worry that our Hydra team is going to come back and do 5 billion damage, or 5 million damage. Sorry, billion. Wow, what am I talking about there? Some of you might be doing that, but 5 million damage because one of our champions got, you know, devoured. So this is actually phenomenal. I think this is probably one of the best things that they've done in this patch. Now, it does go down and it talks about all of the buffs that these champions are getting. Basically, I mean, until we see the multipliers on what's going to happen, I can't say too much about it. We did, again, discuss this on the Knights of Teleria podcast, but I feel like they're decent. I'm hoping that they're, you know, Siegfried level type of buffs where these guys are all going to come in and be useful almost everywhere in game. It looks like they're prioritizing arena again, but it is what it is. Let me know in the comments down below, though, which one you guys think is the best part of this new update coming. What are you most excited for? Is it the auto-friendly Hydra battles? Is it the new UI setup? Is it the pay-to-win achievements, right? Is it the buffs coming to those champions? I'm interested to find out. Let's have a conversation in the comments down below about this. Now, as for when this is going to come out, we don't know yet. Probably sometime within the next week or two. Usually, I want to say probably after this fusion's over, we'll probably get this in. Maybe before that, I don't know. But again, I want to give a big kudos to Plarium for actually doing some things, changing some things. Who knows? It looks like some fire was lit underneath their rear ends, and they got the ball rolling on a lot of things. So keep it up. Good job. I encourage you to do more like this. Listen to the community, take some more feedback in, implement some more stuff into the game. I think 2024 for Plarium is going to be a big year. It's going to change the Raid Shadow Legends game that we have loved and known to make it even more better. That said, if you guys got some time, make sure to swing by on Sunday, 2 p.m. EST for the Knights of Teleria podcast, where we talk everything Raid Shadow Legends. We talk about stuff like this. We talk about goods, bad, and sometimes a lot of ugly. As always, guys, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other, and I'll catch you guys next time.